Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Prepping by Faith, and today we are going to be dehydrating some vegetables from Walmart. So this is the Great Value brand. We have the mixed vegetables. There are 4 bags here, and the green beans, the cut green beans. So my mom is here. She's going to show us how we set up this dehydrator, and she's going to explain some of this. So what is this machine we have here? This is a...
Well, did you want to tell them those are 12 ounces a piece?
These are 12-ounce bags?
Yes, there's like 6 pounds of vegetables right here. We're going to do 2 dehydrators, but this one's a Colzer. This was an experiment, but I actually like it better than the other one. You can see, you want to look inside? The fan is in the back. It's all metal, so it retains heat, and it dries things better than those round ones, but the round ones have their purpose too, so I have one of each. They're not very expensive. Anyhow, this one we're going to turn it on and get it preheating. And this one does Celsius or Fahrenheit. And I like to go pretty high on my vegetables for the first couple of hours anyhow, and then I'll turn it down later. So I always set mine at 17 hours. This one goes up to 20 something. And so that's what I'm going to do. I leave it at 17. It's up to about 135, but I'm going to change my temperature up to 145. And I'm going to get that preheating while I load my trays. So we're going to grab a couple of bags of these. And here's my trays. So we're not going to load all of these on camera. We're just going to do a couple so you can see about what fits where. And these liners that I bought, these are, they don't come with it. It has a mesh screen like that, and that's good like if you're doing other things, but I found with these, they're silicone. When you pick this up, you better be ready to grab them all, you know, and I do them in like a wad and then pour them over a bowl when they're cool. But they come off of here real easy, hardly any cleanup, and I'm telling you, I got tired of the cleanup. Ooh,
did you have to cut them to fit, or were they?
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, it comes in sheets.
And where did you get them?
Amazon. There's a package of it laying over there if you wanted to. Whoop. Daughter's going to be eating peas off the floor. Your peas will roll, can I just say that? So anyhow, it's basically...
So the good thing about these frozen vegetables is that you can just put them directly on the tray. You don't have to do anything to them. They are ready to go. And why is that?
Why is that? Because they're frozen.
Well, I know with the fresh ones you have to
blanch any of this stuff. And yeah. I found this off of the other lady's channel.
Because of the process that it's already gone through?
Yeah. It's all ready to go. And it's one of the cheapest ways. And I'll just give you a tip. If you buy Walmart's bags of frozen vegetables like this, watch your prices. Because when I went in there, you would think that the 12-ounce bags would be the most expensive because you're getting a smaller amount. Guess what? It's 6.4 cents an ounce, and if you buy the great big bag, you're paying 6.9 cents a pound. So
an ounce?
Yeah. And it had like, oh, I forgot, 80 ounces or something like that in the things. So okay.
So you can heat quite a bit on each one of these.
Yes, because it's going
to
shrink a lot. I mean, do you want to show them the jars that I did last week? Here, stay here and I'll get the jars. Or you can come over here and show this. Here, just walk over here. I'll step on the pea. This right here is peas, corn, mixed vegetables, and this is peas and carrots. And this right here is 10.5 pounds of vegetables. And so then I have 4 corn and 4 peas I'm going to put in the other dehydrator. So you see how much room this stuff all takes, and it shrinks down to this.
So this one is a Presto, and I don't know, what do you do with this one?
Well, I'm not ready to set it yet.
Okay, so
we'll be back when we get... Well,
all right.
I could just go ahead and load a tray.
Yeah, show me the trays. So this is the circular one. And I'm sure you guys have seen these before, and a lot of you actually have this version.
Okay, and this is the fun part about this one, is that it has many cracks and crannies, and so I don't load them on the dehydrator because you end up with corn down the hole or peas or whatever you've got. And yeah, that's the fun part of this one. So then you just kind of make sure your hands are clean and you're looking for any bad things you see. And if they get off over here or whatever, it's no big deal. None of this is a big deal. The corn dries real easy. The peas dry really easy. And the thing about peas that I've heard is that they are, you know, one of them vegetables that is full of protein. So, you know, you can add it to other things if you don't have meat to get your protein in. And so then you're just gonna take this over here, and you're gonna swap trays as you go along. You're gonna find that certain trays will dry quicker than others. So just take your time and rotate them. Okay, let's go ahead and we'll show them how to start this one. Okay, this one you just plug it in, and you can see that your time begins to flash. So there's your time temp. That's if you're going to go to the next one. But right now I just want to put, and I put a whole bunch of hours on there. This one goes up, I think, like 20 something too. Let's see. I don't know why, but I have it in my head. I usually don't go past 17 on anything. And so I've got mine both set at 17. Then I just subtract what time it is from it to see where I've been. So then now I'm going to do, that was my time. Now I want to set the temp. And I want to go up. And this one you can really crank up because you don't get as much force on this one. Okay, a couple hours on this. And then when I get ready to start, I'm just going to push this button and it'll just take off, and that's what you do.
All right, so that's how you get the tray on there, and then they all stack on top of each other. So we'll show you.
This one goes this direction, has handles.
Mm-hmm.
Then this one, it flips over, and it goes like, you know, like a Dixie cup on a sailor. Goes up.
Oh, gotcha.
And it goes, then it sits in here. Then you're going to alternate. That's why I get mine ready and I do every other one with a handle, then no handle. And then the next one will take a handle and it goes that direction. So one's up, one's down. There you go, kids.
All right, so this is what it looks like with all of the trays in there. And there are 8 trays, is that correct?
Yep.
8 trays, fully loaded, with a bag fit on each tray, correct?
Oh, I stuffed them.
About, yeah, they're pretty full. So.
Very full.
And you said the green beans are going to take longer to dehydrate than other things?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know about how many hours this will take?
No, because I got them fuller this time. I made them fit.
But we'll let you guys know at the end of the video how many hours it took anyways. And
yeah, but they fit in.
Yes, exactly. So we're going to go over and show you the other dehydrator in just a moment.
So we're going to get it started. So then you just, everything's set from before, and then I'm just going to turn it on. All comes up through this hole. There's a fan down here on the bottom. And then you just close it up at the top, and that's a scratch over here.
All right. And so the consensus is it shouldn't take anywhere near 17 hours. She just likes to put it there so that way she's not having to add additional time. So we will come back later when this gets closer and start checking these to see.
Yeah, and partway through I'll probably rotate because it tends to dry. The air comes up here and out. So as this gets hot, the air, you get more of it here. It's more packed in here. So these 2 rows and these 2 rows tend to dry quicker. So I'll set them all off and then start repositioning them with the wetter ones closer to these areas.
All right.
That's the tray of peas.
All right, so there's the peas after dehydrating.
And you want to look at the corn?
And there's the corn.
Yep.
And do we know roughly how many hours that it took?
No, because each one is different. I think each dehydrator is. Don't look at me.
Got this set up kind of late yesterday afternoon, so it ended up having to go overnight because it was not ready by the time we needed to go to bed. So it probably would have been done earlier, but early in the morning, and so nobody was getting up then. So it's better just to go ahead and let it run longer and then take care of it, right?
It is. The optimal thing is to get it started early in the day.
Yes.
So that you can get it done. You don't really want to let it go over night. The other thing is you can start it late at night and let it go through the night because you know it's going to, most things are going to take 8 hours or better anyhow. So anyhow, the thing that you want to do is have clean hands and you gingerly pick these things up. And then I kind of, this one's awkward. This is why I prefer the square ones because you can end up with a lot of your stuff in the places you don't want them going. And peas they like to roll.
Sound like little pebbles.
Well, they do. And I just get them in this bowl. After you cool them, you do have to cool them. And then you just put these. I do this. I have a bowl with a pour spout. Makes it easy to get it in the jar through the funnel. So you'll find your best way, just like everybody does.
All right, so each one of these,
yes,
each particular kind of vegetable, and then they'll go into their own corresponding jars. So we'll show you that when it's all done.
And then we'll seal them with the vacuum sealer.
All right, so here's this one.
These are the
green beans.
And then here's one of the mixed vegetables. And you're going to do the same thing with this. Just put it in a container. You can go directly into your jars, but you're going to have a mess. You're going to find that you can set it on paper towels. Do it that way. You can probably dump it into a clean cloth and put it in something that way. You're just going to optimize your keeping it contained.
This is the last one, guys. It's going to go in here. We're just going to show you as an example. So
I ended up taking those mats off and shifting them because they were not drying as quickly as I wanted last night. And it still ended up taking extra time, but this is where we're at. And then with this, it's just as simple as usually about 4 bags of this is what you're going to fit in here. You could use a little extra in the top if you wanted to mess with that, but they fit pretty good in there.
All right, so that's what you do, and then you're going to
4 bags.
And then you, yeah. So that is a quart jar, right?
Yes.
And so you put a 300 cc's in that one oxygen absorber, and then you're going to put 100 inside of the pints. And then you can also go ahead and vacuum seal these with your food saver. So this is what they look like. And that is the process. Okay, guys, so here in our state, I would say the average time to dehydrate these vegetables would be, you know, roughly somewhere between 12 and 13 hours. But you're going to want to keep checking them. You don't want any moisture left inside of them. And the easiest way to tell if there's any moisture left is to go ahead and seal up your jar and then let it sit on your counter for a few days. And if there's any kind of moisture in there, it's going to start forming in your jar. If you see that, you need to go ahead and put them back on the dehydrator and finish drying them out longer. So there is some mixed information out there about how long this will last. But if you go ahead and you store these correctly, you put the oxygen absorbers inside and you vacuum seal them with your food saver, they are going to last as long as 30 years. So I believe this is the easiest way to dehydrate vegetables. And if you guys have enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And remember to pray, prep, and put God first. God bless.